Hi, I'm Jeremy Drolbeck. I'm with AmeriFirst Home Mortgage, and we've noticed lately that there's been a change that happened a few months back that kind of flew under the radar, and there hasn't been much talk about it, not much activity with it, and I'm really surprised because it was actually a major change that HUD made. So we wanted to talk to you about it real quick here. So basically the deal is that now, I guess first off, this only applies to FHA foreclosures, or HUD foreclosures they're known as. They're the properties listed for sale on the HUDHomestore.com. So if you pull up HUDHomestore.com, you can get a list of all the homes that this would apply towards. But again, it's a very important change. So the way that it worked for many years is that when HUD would foreclose on these homes, they would send an appraiser out to the property, and a lot of times it was an appraiser from out of the area, and that person would go through the property, they'd do an appraisal on the home, and they'd come back with a value, and then that's what HUD would put the property up for sale for. Well, because they were sending out of the area people, just a lot of times those appraisals came in lower than they probably should have. And so what would happen is the property comes on the market, and this still happens all the time today. The property comes on the market, it's listed for $30,000. It probably should have been listed for $40,000, and there's all this activity on it, multiple offers on the house, and the house ends up selling for more than what they had it listed for, so more than $30,000. A lot of buyers buying these homes are getting FHA loans or looking to get FHA loans on them. And because there was already an appraisal done, the buyer obtaining an FHA loan cannot do a new appraisal. They have to use the one that's there. And so if they were to come in with an offer of $40,000 on this $30,000 appraised value, they would have to make up the difference. They'd have to bring that $10,000 in addition to their down payment to closing. And so the change that FHA's made, that still applies for a regular FHA loan, but now for an FHA renovation loan, HUD's come out and they've said, we're going to let you do a new appraisal, and we're going to use that new appraised value. So buyers looking to get a renovation money on a HUD home now get to do a new appraisal. And so what we'll do is we'll have them get a bid from the contractor for all the renovations they want to do to the house. Maybe it's $5,000 worth of renovations, maybe it's $50,000 worth of renovations. But the buyer will give us a bid. We send that bid and the contract to the appraiser. They go through the property and say, okay, once all of this work is done, here's how much the house is going to be worth. And that new value is what everything gets based on. So if that new value is $100,000 and they're doing $50,000 worth of repairs, we take that $30,000 price plus the $50,000, we're at $80,000, we're good to go on the appraisal, and all that has to happen is the buyer puts their 3.5% down. They don't have to make up that difference, that shortfall between the sales price and the appraised value. It's a major change. Not a lot of people know about it. There's a lot of different moving parts to this, so always talk to your mortgage professional for the best advice and guidance. In everybody's situation and every house is different. But if you have any questions, we're here to help at AmeriFirst. I'm Jeremy Drolbeck. Thank you.